Weaver tried to push that one a little bit too far, I think, with 3 white-shirted Huskies running at him. Denton puts it on the floor, drives, scores off the glass.
And that's the other guy they need to come out here and produce. They've done a good job early.
Denton, Pondexter, Brockman, Wallace, and Morris, the 5 right now for Washington, who have scored consecutive baskets to get back within a deuce as we head toward the midpoint of the first half here on the campus of the University of Washington. Rochester looks for the rub from Harmeling, left-handed. This one just a little bit long, but Cowgill right back to 10.
Washington is doing a great job of making Washington State really work for their shots, and that's why they're getting a poor percentage so far. They're just not getting great looks at it.
Pondexter forces Weaver to give it up. And a push foul will be called on Pondexter. Still feeling each other out here.
The all-new Dodge Grand Caravan.
I'm Brandon Roy, former University of Washington player, current NBA player. Scholarships are important. There's a lot of kids out there who aren't fortunate enough to be able to pay for schooling, but they're very smart kids. Students first is important because it doesn't matter what you put forth, every dollar counts. It's $10, $100, but the University of Washington is willing to match half of that. We give to these kids now, one day they'll be able to develop and hopefully give back in the future. Any type of gift, any type of donation, please give the students first.
Tonight on College Hoops Northwest, we have complete post-game analysis and reaction from Montlake. Plus, the Seahawks hope to punch their ticket to the second round of the playoffs against the Redskins. College Hoops Northwest coming up right after the Cougs and Huskies.
Freshman phenom O.J. Mayo leads USC against Washington State. Thursday on FSN.
If you were with us on Monday, you heard Bob Weiss wonder how things are different for Tony Bennett and the Cougars after that great season last year.
Not a whole lot. You know, that's the beauty of, I think, coaching at Washington State is you can be about what you're about. And that's just, you know, you can have a life outside of the court, but your own team, your kids, you're all kind of bonded together for a common goal, and we want to do as well as we can. And there's a little more notoriety this year because of last year and the start we're off to, but it doesn't change, again, who we are. And we know how challenging it is, but we also know the excitement that lies within it, and we got a good group of young men. So it is our second family, and not a whole lot has changed except maybe some of the requests with the media and just seeing some bigger crowds and a bit more notoriety. But otherwise, still good old Holman Washington and Cougar basketball.
Still very patient, although Baines with the miss. You just saw Washington has out-rebounded Washington State 10-6 so far, although the Cougars have limited the Huskies to just 2 offensive rebounds. They average 15 a game, which is best in the Pac-10.
Well, neither team is you know, lighting it up shooting-wise, but I tell you what, I give the credit to the defense. I think both defenses are causing these misses. It's not that somebody's cold. They're not getting good shots.
Very intense. Matthew Bryan Amening bodied up at the other end of the floor. Nikola Koprivica now playing for Washington State. Loses Justin Denton, takes it baseline, finds Weaver. Good shutdown by Pondexter. Off the skip pass, low to Harmeling. And a long shot. Brockman with another rebound. John Brockman has 7 already.
And that was one of the first open looks I think Washington State has had. But when you're not getting easy buckets, those open looks are tough.
Cougars are 3 of 13 from the floor. Washington 3 out of 11. And are we going the other way? We are. Foul called on Matthew Bryan Ammoning as Aaron Baines works him underneath.
You know, I think he got pushed in the back by Brockman. Watch. So I think anything that happened after that close, they were going to call a foul. Although I don't know if Brockman pushed him that much, but his arm was on his back, and it kind of went with him. It looks like he pushed him.
And you can't use, you can block, but you can't extend the arm. That's exactly what Baines was telling one of the officials, Randy McCall, during the last timeout. Watch this move. Here's Koprivica, who has really struggled this year from beyond the arc.
You know, last year they were going along, and Koprivica was starting. He got hurt, and when Rochesny got to play, he was lights out, and he has been playing great ever since. If Nick hadn't had that injury, I don't know if Rochesny would have developed as quickly as he has. There's Pondexter doing what he's supposed to do, creating his own shot.
Do you find a stronger post-up move?
No, that
you
was
just
cool.
saw from Pondexter?
That was nice.
Tie basketball game as Harmeling goes to work on Bryan Ammoning. Weaver with pick and roll. Koprivica pops back outside. Dentman contests and the ball rattles out. That was just unlucky for the Serbian Koprivica. Washington State has not scored for 4.5 minutes. Brockman along the baseline.
John Brockman showing his versatility. I can hit the 18-footer, I can get offensive rebounds, and I can put the ball on the floor.
Huskies with an 8-point run. Maybe you saw in the left corner of your screen, Quincy Pondexter looking at the folks in the front row going, okay, a little more love here. And they are on their feet in the student section. Baines goes to work on Brockman for the flush. Brockman just hangs his head. He knew that he had just been schooled.
You know, he can do that. I mean, I thought he was going to be taking a 2 or 3 foot hook. He just goes over and dunks it. He's a lot longer than you think he is, and he's got pretty good catching hands. He does get a lot of turnovers, only 3 assists, 21 turnovers. But he can score. He's got finesse in there.
Brockman gets a piece of it as Harmeling takes the feed and goes to the rim. 7 minutes and change remaining in the first half. A lot of intensity, a lot of spirit, and a tie basketball game.
If you could get protection like this for the same price as this, why wouldn't you?
It's the same with car insurance. If you can get State Farm's unbeatable Good Neighbor protection for the same or less than the other guys, why wouldn't you? With discounts up to 40%, you could. Get a quote and start saving today.